Well, we have everyone here. What should we do for an opening bit?
Oh.
Yes, Gar?
Can we swat a roll call?
No.
Oh.
Any other ideas? I mean, that's already in the roll call.
Not sponsored by Diet Pepsi, but I'd like to be.
You stole my bit!
Oh god, you're right.
Kill the roll call!
We are live! Ike! Zenkaigan! Connect. Loading. Broadcast.
Watching all the anime. Redcaster, Show Raven.
Equipment wielder, Bluecaster, Cheetah Zazil.
Loyal and loud, Pinkcaster, Lane.
Explorer from the unknown, Yellowcaster, Autogar.
One little spark of courage! Dreamcaster, Global South Perka! Cubecaster, not afraid to speak their mind. Cyancaster, Arcadia.
Broadcasting hundreds of opinions across the world! Radio Sentai Castranger.
On air!
Welcome to episode 203 of Radio Sentai Castranger.
Oh god, EG, you held on way too long.
Yeah, it is 203. I'm like, wait, isn't it 202? No. Welcome,
I had to sharpen my fingernails somehow so I could do this.
welcome to Radio Sentai Castranger, the podcast where we talk about Kamen Riders present and future.
I already made that
Super
joke!
Sentai.
I already made that joke a long time ago, fuck off.
Wow.
You know what's funny? I was, I've still been listening to old episodes of Castranger. Apparently you're, opening a pop can used to really bug me.
Oh, I know.
And there was the one where just, literally the episode starts with just you opening a pop can and just hearing me just go, and then it just cuts off, and then it just, afterwards, it's just me just going hi, welcome to Radio Sentai Castranger, and everyone's like, Lane, you still have your hands over Ichi's throat. Oh shit, sorry. You're like, ah! It was funny.
Good memories.
Go listen. Honestly, people, go listen to old Castranger episodes. They're fucking great. Especially when we talked about Ninja and Ghost. We just went so ham on those.
I would love
Raven hated Ninja.
I think we all did, frankly.
I mean, I thought it was fun.
Ninja.
You don't count.
That was the title of the
Ow!
episode. So we were all like, how do we
That's-
spell...
That's big talk coming from you, Redcaster, who is no longer around on a regular basis.
Yeah.
What do you mean? He's always been around.
Oh, look, he's playing his 3DS! Yay! Old Raven's back!
We missed you!
So we're on episode 203.
So this week we were talking about Build, episode 41, Lupinranger and Patoranger, episode 20, which I know you're excited to get to. And because this week's topic is Hero Mama League, that is why Red and Cyan casters have joined us.
More importantly, Cyancaster.
Because they're both mom?
Yes!
Well, I'm the mother, not Red.
Well, Raven's just a male mom.
He's not mum.
That's what you call a dad. You just call dad a male mom.
Lane.
But-
Doctor Who reference. No, you can't call him not mum. Not mum. Yes, that's what he calls you. Also not mum, that's me. And everyone else is peasants.
I would have gone with ma'am, because it's halfway between mom and man.
Ma'am. Sounds so weird to say ma'am.
Also, Emily's over Discord this week.
Yay.
Hi, sorry about that.
Also,
Not yay that you're over Discord, just yay that you're still here.
so speaking of mamas, can we make a boy?
That actually makes sense and I'm angry.
There, I finally made the let's make a boy joke. You're welcome.
I don't
Apparently
think I'm
I've
actually angry. I'm actually... I don't know. I'm sorry.
I hope that works.
Sorry, I keep forgetting we're not doing original Castranger. You have bumpers for some reason.
Because I feel like reducing the strain on our editors, you're fucking welcome.
I don't know, I just feel like it's easier instead of waiting for the bumper.
Whatever.
I'm sorry you have to wait 5 seconds.
Gentoku, you continue to disappoint me.
I was right. It's outfit of the week going forward for the rest of the show.
For some reason he decided to dress up as some, monk thing.
Some sort. Oh, I don't.
Monk thing. That's
I am
great.
so afraid to even describe it for fear of making some sort of racial faux pas. I don't even know where to go.
The best part is I loved Sento in this episode because every time Gentoku started spouting off like philosophical shit, he just completely ignored him and continued on with what he was doing.
Rightly so.
I was like, thank you, Sento. Thank you. God, I miss Night Rogue.
So, in the opening scene of the episode, Evol is telling Sento that he's going to use the lost bottles to quote-unquote make a new world. And we have no idea what that means.
He's gonna make a boy!
So...
It's Team Galactic. They're gonna recreate the universe in his image.
So he's trying to do what the Gamma were trying to do.
So,
Make Earth eat another
They
Gamma.
weren't trying to make a new world. They were trying to just clear up their atmosphere.
Oh my gosh.
J-Volt, what are we doing
so when
tonight?
Evolt says he's gonna make a new world, is that when we cue the song from Aladdin?
Yeah.
Yes.
J-Volt, what are we doing today? The same
so-
thing we do every night, Shubikawa. Try to take over the country.
Shibukawa.
How have we not made that?
Soichi.
Yeah, I was like...
Shubikawa. Shit. I was making a post about Ultrarangers.
So Sento goes right into Genius form, and as Evol is about to go into his black hole form, Genius, like, quick steps forward and stops him.
Yeah, no, people have been
Yeah.
losing their fucking minds over this.
I saw it and I was like, wait, you can do that.
You stopped
I'm
the
not
rider
gonna
mid-head
lie.
scene.
I
Why doesn't
actually,
everybody do that?
like, I know that it's not well, like objectively is not well designed and stuff like that, but I actually really like how Genius form looks and operates.
I like Genius Form.
I mean,
Oh,
I still don't like it, but you're welcome to
The
like it if you
creepiest
choose
thing
to.
about that form is that he's got, like, bottles on the back of his heels of his feet.
I am still
Really bugs me.
I am still
oh,
angry.
he does? I didn't even notice.
Yeah,
I am still angry that he does not make bottle shaking sounds with every movement.
it's true.
Yeah, that was something we all kind of wanted and knew it wouldn't happen, but we were sort of hoping it would.
Who said anything about all of us? Don't drag me into this. I never said I wanted to make him shake.
Good job sliding into our chat with your Ultraranger promo, by the way.
Oh yeah, totally. Don't forget to check out episode 44 overall.
Okay.
Yep, it's really good.
How dare you promote our other show?
Hashtag marketing. Marketing.
Gar, remember how back in the day we
Garketing.
used to make fun of you every time you brought up Ultraman news, and then you took me.
Now it's our other show.
Then you converted me into an Ultraman fan, and then we just decided, fuck it, let's make our own show.
You mean how I kidnapped you?
I would say
Noel and
infected.
Crunch to make an Ultraman show?
No, because I was listening to myself when we were like, oh, more Ultraman news, yeah, Ultraman, and I'm like, shut up, Lane.
So
You like this shit.
So Genius literally uses his new fancy reprogramming powers to punch emotions into Evolt.
Not purposely.
He literally he like punches and he's all like, what is this feeling?
He hit him in the feels!
He literally did. He hit him in the
He
field.
punched him in the heart and jump-started it.
He punched the dye out of her hair!
And just...
It literally, Blaze, Evolt couldn't feel emotion. Then Sento punched him, and now he can feel emotion.
I feel.
So then what was all those times he was
Apparently,
like...
it's just a side effect of Build Genius. I don't know. Apparently,
His
Sento
side
didn't know
effect
he was doing
of
anything.
being
It's
punched,
It's just something
emotion.
that happened in this episode.
So Evolt, the entire show up till now, has just been faking it.
Yes.
Wow. He's pretty good.
Didn't we saw her like broke down? She was all like, I can't believe I couldn't tell that you was replaced.
But my question is, like, so after he does that attack and Evolt dehensions, why has there been zero comment from Sento on why Evolt still looks like Soichi?
No,
He never explained that to him.
no, but you know why he's still Soichi? Because he knows it bugs Sento.
I know, but my comment is about the fact that when Evolt first showed up as his own version of Soichi, he was explaining it to the other villains. He never showed that to Sento or any of the good guys before, so the fact that Sento is not in the least bit surprised, it goes kind of unexplained.
He just doesn't
Because
care.
He's just used to.
He's used to him being
at this point.
Soichi now.
It's like, what? What's this? Evolt's doing something that he thinks is going to upset me? Okay.
But, like, not even but the real Soichi's still in a coma. What is this, fucking Young and the Restless?
Because if he looked different...
His evil twin brother!
If he looked different, you think Sento would actually give a damn?
No. Sento doesn't give a shit.
I'm still angry that actual Soichi hasn't woken up and resumed kicking ass.
Now.
He's been possessed for, like, years.
I know.
Let him have a nap.
Let him sleep.
Let's get into the most important thing that was explained in this episode that I was blown away by.
Is it the best matches and their weird logic?
We actually got a reason as to why the best matches are what they are.
Now
and it's just as arbitrary in canon. It's
now, to
so
clarify,
weird.
they explained the reason for why the 60 bottles are what they are. They did not actually explain why they are best matches to each other.
Actually, they did.
No.
Yeah.
No, what they did was the 60 organic bottles were just listed off animals and organic things that Misora liked.
That was the first 30. And then Evolt literally went through it one at a time. What can kill that thing?
Yes, because when you think of what can kill a rabbit, you think of a tank.
I don't know. You guys wait for the TV Nihon.
I also watched.
We watched the TV Nihon one, but all he said was
I watched the overtime stuff.
What he said in our at least in our
was very more clear. No, and no Blaze. That's not it. It's
Misora liked all the organic ones.
Animals. It was. He said Evolt literally said to Soichi in his head, "Name 30 things you like," and Soichi proceeded to list off shit Misora liked.
Which are all the organic bottles.
And then he went through them one at a time and said, "What can kill that thing?"
Apparently,
the subs that I got was.
I mean, yeah.
Hold on, I don't know if
think
it's accurate
a
or not.
tank to kill a rabbit is more than overkill.
It's not like
and that's why I think
specific.
That's why I think I'm right on this, because according to what I was seeing, Stark just told him to name 30 tools of destruction in general.
A skateboard can kill a penguin!
Because, like, a lot of this doesn't really make sense.
And then, even if Volt makes it, makes a statement of it, being like, then he just started listing off random shit, like comics and
in order to defend his thoughts or whatever, and I'm like, that's a really good explanation for why they completely make no sense.
What would kill a rhinoceros? Hairdryer.
But
I just like the
I
idea.
can kill a hawk, a fucking Gatling gun.
Yeah,
I just like the idea of us taking them and trying to decide which ones were the ones he was trying to screw it up with, and which ones were legitimate. And I love what Blaze. I'm sorry for talking, but this has to be in the video. Blaze said in the chat, "A skateboard can kill a penguin."
And a light bulb kills an octopus. A key will kill a dragon.
TV and a bear.
Watching the show yesterday with Raven, wasn't it? It was inspired by what his daughter likes, so he was protecting what his daughter likes.
Yeah.
And protecting her answers.
The organic ones were 30 things that Misora likes, and the 30 inorganic ones were tools of destruction. I don't believe that they were supposed to be what can kill this specific thing.
But it's
funny that way.
Because too many of them still don't make sense.
No, what it was...
What can kill a pirate? A train?
I mean...
None of them make sense!
No, but there's the thing. Like you said, he was going through it, and he was literally just listing up for the first bit. So he was literally just listing off a list of shit that could kill pretty much whatever the fuck.
They got rid of Gold Scorpion because that was too much.
After a while, he got to a point where he realized, wait, this shit's gonna end up being used against me. I better pull some fucking bullshit out of my ass.
If that's the case, then they were not created in order, because too many of the early ones don't make sense.
Hey, what kills a rabbit? Fucking tank. That'll do it.
Sure, some of them...
A fucking motorcycle.
But again, that can also fall into the theory of just general tools of destruction.
Yeah, but
there's some shit doesn't work on that side of the argument either, because is a skateboard a tool of destruction?
Yes.
Okay, if his kid ever came up with this...
A smartphone?
Go ahead, Danny.
If you're being attacked by a lion,
guys,
cleaner.
Sorry, let Danny finish.
Just saying,
sorry,
if his kid they come up with these ideas, it's not supposed to make sense. His saying shit is supposed to be cute.
No. We're talking about the inorganic ones. The Misora didn't come up with those ones. Katsuragi Shinobu came.
But maybe it's inspired by what she would say.
No,
I don't
it
know.
wasn't. The organic ones were.
The organic ones were inspired by Misora.
The inorganic ones, the weapons and shit.
It was just
that's
Evolt
something
telling
else.
Katsuragi Shinobu, name off a tool of destruction.
Also in response to the skateboard killing a penguin, no, it'd be a penguin killing a skateboard. That's funnier.
Sure.
I still think ancient Egypt can kill a deer. Because that's
I mean, if a deer got squished by a pyramid, yeah.
I gotta say, this is a pretty shitty explanation.
the true evil. Ancient Egypt!
No, but anyways,
No, I'll
Yes,
tell you what the
this-
true evil is.
all in
Clip
all,
shows!
all in all, no matter what the reason was, I'm glad we still found out how the best matches were, like, thought of.
No, we found out how the full bottle elements were chosen.
Okay, whatever. You know what I mean.
Is there a single person here that thinks that was decided originally and they didn't just make it up for this?
I feel like the head writer wanted to reveal this earlier on, but then they just...
kill Santa Claus!
Can that be the title
What
of the
killed him was
episode?
his weight.
You know what? I want to just like pull up a list of all the best matches.
So
we
do
can run
I.
through these. Let's fucking do this.
Just...
They got rid of F1 Saurus because they were just like, a
That's
race car
fucking
killing a
stupid.
dinosaur, that's too ridiculous.
Oh my god! And you know what's funny? I'm pretty sure, like, almost, like, every single bottle that we saw Misora purify, like, in the show, not, like, off camera, but on camera, were all the organic ones based off things she liked.
No, we saw her purify Shobosha.
What kills a gorilla? Diamonds.
Right?
The Ice Age. No, wait.
Wait.
We're going way too much into this.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but just
No, it's okay.
skateboard
Spending a
kills
little too much time
penguin
on
is
this, but
kind
fuck
of...
it, this is
I
funny.
mean, if you smash it over the head with
Why
it.
don't you just look at the best matches? Why are you looking at
I-
Sento's profile?
If you're
tried
ever
best matches
attacked by
and
a bear,
fucking
just
shit.
throw a
It's-
TV at it.
The best matches are going to be in his Sento's
It
profile.
will be in the build forms. If there is,
Okay.
there it goes.
What kills
If you
a
need to
rabbit?
kill
A
a
tank.
panda, throw a rocket at it.
What kills a gorilla? Diamonds! What kills a hawk? A Gatling gun. Again,
That one actually
sounds
kind of
fine.
makes sense.
What kills ninjas? Manga.
Again, he
Well,
mentioned...
you could make a
comic.
Naruto joke
Comic
here,
was
but...
It's
the
like,
one that...
what killed ninjas? The representation of them in manga.
Oh!
Agreed. What kills pandas? Rockets.
I think the rockets would kill a lot of things.
Yeah, right? That's not very specific. What kills a hedgehog? A fire engine?
Forest fires.
Roadkill.
I mean, right.
What kills a lion? A vacuum cleaner.
Hey, have you ever seen how cats respond to that shit?
Yes!
But a lion, though?
Have you seen 12 of them run away from a vacuum? It is the saddest thing.
I will argue Key Dragon is acceptable because, you know, sealed it up, sure.
No, because...
Or it could be like a
Blade.
Keyblade.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
no,
lock-
the guy
you
who made that
you lock
guy who
away
made
dragons.
this shit was a frigging,
Fuck, it might have been a Game of Thrones reference because in an episode, Daenerys had to, like, lock away her dragons in an underground dungeon because they were killing people.
What kills a pirate? Trains.
Because of transportation.
or the train just ran him over.
Then he's not. If he's not on his ship, then he's a shitty pirate.
No, they would use the pirate ship to make the railway.
You're spending way too much time on this. What kills an octopus? A light bulb.
Because what? Because octopus don't like light.
He got electrocuted.
You dried him out.
Tried him out.
What kills the immortal phoenix? A robot.
Machine.
Machines! What kills wolves? Smartphones.
Is it like a
Yeah,
nature
these
versus
aren't
technology
supposed-
thing?
No, some of these aren't meant to make sense.
I know. What
Yeah,
kills,
but it's funny to because we don't know which ones were.
right? What kills the roses? Helicopters.
Yeah, the blades could.
That kind of makes sense, I
I
guess.
like that one.
The blade
What?
killed it.
What kills tigers? Aliens!
It's
I
almost
mean-
the aliens.
Sure.
It should be cow and alien.
Oh, Blaze made a mention. What kills Santa? Cake.
No, yeah, I said that earlier.
Diabetes.
What killed the whales? Jets.
Yeah, crashing into whales.
No! What killed the giraffes? a fan. That one's
What killed the
Was it that
dinosaur? What
Kirby
killed the
fan?
dinosaurs? Formula race cars!
Yeah. That's always been the answer.
So was it a tall fan to kill the giraffe?
What killed the bears? Television.
Yeah, because, you know, Pooh Bear, Yogi Bear.
Hey, boo boo!
What kills sharks? Motorcycles.
Jump in the shark.
Jumping the shark.
What kills spiders? Refrigerators.
Well,
I mean, if you-
I don't think a
That's
spider would do very well in a refrigerator.
No.
What killed?
According to news report, I heard, yeah.
What kills bats? Engines.
I mean, if a bat gets caught in a car engine...
Oh,
pretty
jeez,
bad.
you could end up like,
into a
yeah.
plane engine.
Yeah.
Cupcakes.
They get syndrome.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
That-
too.
Batman's worst ending.
Oh, jeez.
What killed bees? Submarines.
Wait, there's a bee in submarine?
There's a
Hachi
bee?
Marine. What killed, as Lane mentioned earlier, what killed the rhino? A hair dryer.
What?
Yeah, Side Dryer. That's like one of the best matches I've ever seen.
That we will never have.
I know, it looks so good though.
And what killed scorpions? Gold!
What?
It was its own greed and hubris,
Right?
much like the gorilla.
Okay, we don't have time
Alright,
to go through
alright.
all these.
Anyways,
You get the point.
yeah, moving
Full
on.
story.
It's almost
Just-
midnight. Come
So-
on.
So then they got they did a huge recap thing where they literally recapped everything from the beginning up to this point.
That was actually pretty useful.
Yeah, right? I think it's a good idea because there's been so much plot that a recap is probably good at this point.
It could have been worse.
And it was cool to hear them commenting on it too.
It could have been the 7th episode or the 8th episode in a 12-episode series, recapping the first 7 episodes.
Mhm. Well, at least Build wasn't on a fucking 3-month hiatus,
Well, at least Build wasn't set in one fucking setting.
right?
So during this recap, they
They didn't
noticed
have a
that
gray sky.
all of the Smash victims have been someone related to either Sento or Banjo, except for the person who was the Spike Smash. became Koinezumi.
That was eye opener. I was
Right?
like, oh,
So
Yeah.
we discover that was actually Shimizu Kyoichi, who was one of Sento's dad's students at his university.
In which I was waiting for him to actually come back into the show.
I'm surprised.
Because every other character ends up coming back in the end.
Except
for
the one
him.
who got murdered.
No, except for the people that died, yes. But then again,
Everyone lived except for those who died.
except for the mine.
and then like there's a part where Banjo says
For
like
the
a
good
stupid,
of everyone except the ones who were dead.
and then there's like a part where like Banjo says something stupid, and then Sento calls him stupid, and then Kazumi and Gentoku proceed to laugh at Banjo for being stupid.
Yeah, like so while they're going through this explanation, somehow off screen, Kazumi and fucking world traveler Gentoku become immediate best friends again.
Because they're off to see the world.
So,
They're off
no.
to find their dreams.
Wow. So Sawa provides a bunch of information, and when they ask her how she got it, we actually get a very shady looking, you better off not knowing.
She's
So
done
It's
that
classified.
comment so many times.
confirmed Sawa is fucking someone.
Or everybody.
Or that,
Okay, so it's proven that they have a life outside of being heroes.
right?
No, more like the spy in their group went off, got all of the information within a day, and just had a meeting set up with somebody, and they're just like, how the fuck did you manage to do all this? You're better off not knowing.
She's a part of UPG. She got Tomoya together.
She says this a lot.
Yep.
She fucked him.
But she fucked him.
She
So-
probably had sex with somebody. Just saying.
Tomoya.
So at this point, we can piece together that Katsuragi Shinobu was the one who designed the build driver, and Takumi was the one who actually built it.
Okay.
And as we figured out, it was obviously based on the Evolve driver.
Yep.
So they schedule a meeting with Shimizu, and he shows up and immediately becomes the Lost Stag Smash.
Oh,
Which
shit,
then-
I'm gonna get some PTSD.
Which then immediately fucking Build just dummies him.
I am shocked that Sento didn't have more PTSD.
Right?
That's a good point.
There was like a quick second of it, and there's like, nah, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then again, Sento does realize that wasn't actually him that killed.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Stag.
Stag.
Alba.
Yeah, Alba. That was the hazard that killed him.
Yeah.
It
So
was Beauty that.
there
killed
was
the
a
beast.
passing mention that Shimizu and Shinobu were the ones who created this new Black Pandora panel, but we don't quite know yet what it is or what it's for, aside from a passing mention in the data that it is going to create an entity, a phenomenon that defies physics.
Yeah,
That's gonna
something
be a
that defies the laws of physics.
Premium Bandai Black Panel.
Right?
I will
All-
not be surprised.
Defy physics with your friends.
Yeah, well, it
comes with
actually
all
let you defy
10
physics.
All 10 lost bottles.
So Evolve shows up and
$400.
pulls a classic Bloodstark move and kills Shimizu immediately.
Yep.
Yeah, that was actually pretty dark.
Laughing like a madman.
This time,
Because
actually,
him getting emotions has made him
I'm
sadistic.
enjoying this.
this emotion, I like it. Another.
Pretty much.
Another.
And then he tries to use the castle bottle to turn Sento into Lost Smash, and for like a full minute, I was like, "Yes, do it! Lost Castle, give me it!
Do it.
Do it.
But of course, Genius pulls himself out of it.
Because, when you have the powers of every single bottle, of course you can. You're Jesus.
Right?
Or you're Jeebus.
Genius!
It's Jeebus.
So, while feeling genuine rage for the first time in his life, his hazard level spikes up, but Genius manages to knock him down.
Oh, great. We made him angry.
You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
I don't like you to begin with.
Nice. But, of course, Evol manages to knock the Stag and Owl bottles out of Build, and he steals them and fucks off.
Yep.
What's weird, though, is, like, he puts Stag and Owl into the black panel, but he doesn't put Castle in. So I think I was right last week where I mentioned that they're going to be Monster of the Weeking all the remaining Lost bottles in order to get them to turn golden. This is like a new version of Purification.
Oh yeah, and Ichi mentioned that I didn't notice that
That's actually a good point.
the Genius bottle, it has both the build driver and the splash driver voice.
Yeah, it has, yeah.
Yeah, I heard it.
That's
and I was
cool.
like, oh.
I was like, oh!
Like when you
Yeah.
hear one side, it's the build driver voice, and then the other side, it's Wakamoto Norio.
Yeah.
And then when they talk at the same time, when they do their...
Oh,
side!
It's a waka waka.
Sure.
Waka waka.
Like, when it goes back and forth when you're transforming, going, yay! Yay! It's switching between the two voices.
Oh yeah.
I did not notice that, and I feel really dumb for not noticing.
Don't worry, it's a subtle detail. I had to listen real close to pick it up. But yeah, it's both voices, and I like that. Which means that Wakamoto Norio voice compilation is incomplete, although it was already incomplete because it didn't have the actual Robotine Grease, Dragon and Cross Charge, and Crocodile and Rogue. Yes, so as we end the episode, surprise, surprise, Captain Sniffit is fucking,
Captain Sniffit!
that's what I'm calling him, is actually Sento's dad, shocker of the fucking century.
See, I don't find it
Yeah,
as being
that
a
was
shocker.
a little bit obvious,
I
but
don't-
Captain
It's just-
Sniffit was...
I really don't see it as being a shocker.
It's not, I was being sarcastic.
I am not surprised that a parrot is a disappointment.
Ouch.
Wow, alright.
Ouch.
No, I'm not surprised.
No, we know.
You're definitely not projecting.
So next week,
Shinobu becomes Proto-Build or some shit.
It's weird.
I can't wait to see the conversation
Yeah.
between the son and the father
Right?
after they start talking.
Anyways, I think this is appropriate for going into Patoranger. Shipachinko!
Fuck.
What did he do?
Yeah, train joke.
Where to God lane.
You've trained long and hard for that joke.
I almost wanted just to make the bumper say that, just the Tokusatsu bumper, but no. Yes, so Patoranger episode 20, we have finally gotten the debut of Noel Takao, aka LupinX and PatrenX, and
And he just went right out and said he was both.
my god, is this man fucking amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
he's pretty awesome.
Holy shit! The man is not afraid to expose himself. The man created the fucking the whole system.
I was right!
Yeah,
I was
no,
right!
This guy has to be the master of the collection.
Do you think he's like a reincarnation of Lupin or something?
He's the descendant of Lupin. He has to be.
Okay.
I was right. The GSPO has been taking the monster versions of the Lupin collection pieces and using the changers to modify them into the VS vehicles.
Yeah.
I was right.
No. Yeah.
And
No,
Noel's
just
the one who's been doing it.
everything about this man is just like great. Like, the man's not afraid to expose himself, and, like, everyone's like, oh, like, it sucks that he, like, exposed himself and stuff, you know, he's not, like, fucking with both teams. I'm like, but he is fucking with both teams. He's making them question, is he a thief or is he a cop? Like...
Okay, the character, I'm enjoying his flamboyancy, his eccentricism, its eccentricity.
That's entertaining.
What I don't like is how he chose to debut. I don't like that he's like, look at me, I'm both. Look at me, I'm gonna help everyone.
Yeah, that seemed a little bit.
I fully expected showing up as one form in one episode, showing up as the other form in the next episode, and just working behind the scenes with each of them in turn, and then revealing to everyone that he knew who everyone was.
No,
I guess he surprised us.
Yeah, exactly.
I know everyone's identity, and I'm not saying it to them.
It's because he's been watching them the whole time.
That is what I'm looking forward to on next episode. Are the Patos going to immediately drill him? If you're working undercover with the thieves, who the fuck are they? And when he doesn't tell who they are, they're going to lose trust in him. Unless he just pulls like, oh, I haven't found out yet, I'll keep working on that and report back.
No, but again, that's the point. He made us think that he was going to be a certain way, and then it wasn't that. And a thing I noticed is, he's doing the opposite of what the Lupins and Patos are doing. They're fighting, the Lupins and Patos are fighting each other, he's helping both teams. And
Lupin, PatrenX...
Instead of keeping their identities a secret, he's just outright exposing himself, because he's not afraid to.
Juxtaposes himself from the others on every axis possible. He's helping instead of competing. He's sharing instead of bogarting power-ups. LupinX is powerful instead of fast, and PatrenX is agile instead of powerful.
Yeah. So, like, it's just, like, it's amazing, and, like...
You're right, he is.
Yeah, and, like, the man, like, he does, like, awesome parkour, he steals people's smartphones by, like, flipping into them and stuff.
Like, LupinX is armored, whereas PatrenX is flowing garment.
We lost guard.
I kind of think they've taken it much too far. I really wanted to like LupinX, but I don't, and I'm surprised by how much I'm enjoying PatrenX.
Right?
I like the detective-ish look that he has.
No, and during PatrenX's, like, roll call, like, I just loved that he had this nice, like, gold, like, shiny gold on his suit, and looked super nice. And I love the transformation because, like, the armor comes on and then, like, it turns into, like, the collar of the coat.
Oh my god, that henchman was badass.
Oh, it's so good.
They both were.
Honestly, as ugly as the X-Changer is, what makes up for it is just, like, what's going to be fun is just, like, switching it around back and forth. Like, that's going to be so much fun to do.
It's like the train in the roundhouse.
When it shoots, it makes train noises!
Of fucking course it does!
Like, I'm pretty sure when it's in the, like, the Patron, like, the locomotive mode, it makes steam engine sounds. And then when it's in the bullet train, it goes like, dun 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 dun, like a signal.
Shot.
And, what the fuck?
It's Dave.
Oh, hi, Dave.
Hi, Dave.
Hi!
But yeah, like, and I love his name. His name's Noel. Like, that's great. And he's, like, super hardcore French. Like, it's funny, too. Like, as he's leaving Paris, he's like, farewell, my beautiful Paris. It's time to head to chaotic Japan. And
I mean, he's right.
No, it's Build.
That's a different universe.
So like, he just, like, he shows up and, like, on his train or whatever like that, which, yeah, he immediately says, like, you know, Shipachinko, which I just, like...
Because of course he does.
Yeah, well, like, I mean, that's just the Japanese word for all aboard, so, but, like, you know, everyone just got, like, huge Tokuger PTSD, so...
Not just that, but the footage where the trains couple and uncouple is apparently recycled Tokuger footage.
Yeah, like when they're locking trains, yeah.
I mean, props to them for finding a way to cut costs.
And then we get introduced to the Gangler.
Zarudan.
Journey to the West,
right? It's so clear Son Goku.
I've been complimenting a lot of Gangler designs recently on how good they are, but this one,
ugly as sin.
I did not like. It's just because, like, the eyes and the mouth, and he has, like, the
literally every orifice on his head is a monkey's mouth.
I like the Gigantopithecus.
He's got, like, monkey paws holding each of his safes in place.
He's supposed to be like a Sumo Kong, isn't he?
It's Son Wukong, Son Goku, San, whatever you choose to call it.
His animal is supposed to be a Gigantopithecus.
Okay.
Like King Louis was in the John Favreau Jungle Book.
You're epiphing me off. I don't know.
He is a giant monkey.
So it's cool to see that, so LupinX proves he's wearing this so silver cloak or whatever.
And I'm still pissed that's not part of the outfit.
Why? It would get in the way.
Yeah, so you proceed, and we get to see how durable LupinX is, because the angler tries hitting him and it just bounces right off, and I like that aspect. I like that LupinX is the durable one and PatrenX is the more agile.
Yeah,
I love that.
That's because the French are both adorable and agile.
Yes.
No, it's the other way around. Or
LupinX is the opposite.
As someone
of the
here
rest
who's
of them.
French, I think I know what I'm talking about.
Not that.
The regular Lupins are agile, but LupinX is hard-bodied.
Yeah.
Where PatrenX is more
agile,
agile, like a
flippy.
Lupinranger.
I love the flips and stuff he did.
I like the fact that he takes his buckle and opens it up into a cell phone and uses that to open the safes.
The hacking
That is neat.
Using new tech instead of the dials.
I want them to release that, because I'll buy that.
I was gonna say, when are they gonna come out with that?
So he immediately saves this guy's daughter or whatever like that, and she's just so love struck by him, and then immediately takes a selfie with him.
I love that he
can you really blame?
Right?
No.
I love that he immediately.
The French are good at being romantic.
Yeah.
If Noel saved me, is oh, it's okay, sir. You're fine now. Yeah, I am.
I thought you were leading into I'd fuck him.
I would fuck Noel.
Whoa.
In a heartbeat.
Said the married woman. I love the fact that he sweeps her up off her feet and then immediately puts her back down 5 seconds later.
Well, it's because his father shows up. Her father shows up. So he's like,
oh, is this one yours? Here you go.
So he just Kairi discovers that in the newspaper that Keiichiro is reading that he's LupinX or whatever. He's that's not part of our team.
I think this was a terrible fucking way to introduce him.
No, I loved it. Noel's just sitting there in the table, just being hey.
That is how the French do it.
And he's
sit there nonchalant, having a cup of tea.
Drinking no, he was drinking an iced coffee.
Hi, I'm the guy you're looking for.
It's me!
Yeah, so he steals some cell phones, and then it's funny. Immediately, Keiichiro just fucking slaps handcuffs on him. He's like, "You're under arrest for being LupinX and stealing people's phones." And I was like,
Keiichiro,
bravo!
You arrested a Lupinranger. Props.
Bravo, Keiichiro. You continue to amaze.
Because hey, I thought you left.
And
Dreams come true.
And then we find out Noel, the stupid fuck he is, pulled this whole stint on purpose because he felt like going to the GSPO without getting lost.
Yeah.
You fuck.
I loved it. And just freaking, and they go into, they're interrogating him, whatever like that, and Hilltuck comes in, he's like, stop!
What?
It's he's an undercover officer, and they're like, wait, so why are you posing as Lupin? I'm like, cause he's an undercover officer!
Yeah, I don't think they fully processed what the fuck undercover means until the end of the episode.
And so yeah, he reveals oh yeah, no, I developed the changers, that's how you're able to transform, because of me. And I'm like, oh! Thank you!
I'm amazed nobody questioned that further on the note of, hey, you could transform into a Lupinranger. That means you built theirs too?
Right?
So
right?
You find a way to
I never thought about that.
Deactivate their powers one more.
Ooh. Well, I mean, the way to deactivate their powers is by taking the changers, but no one ever thinks that.
No, the way of deactivating their powers is getting Lord Draken to come in with his dragon cannon.
Well,
so which then so Kairi tells the other Lupins whatever like that, which then because
we're fucked.
Because it's we gotta get the fuck out of here, and she just has her luggage and everything. Toma's like, calm the fuck down, and we're just gonna go into the GSPD.
Oh, we're just gonna break into the police station and rescue get a criminal out of there.
Heist!
Simple.
I can't hear anything on the Discord.
Did you get
Emily's still there?
Yep, I'm still here.
I can hear you guys talking in the room, but not.
She wasn't talking.
Probably just went AFK.
Sorry about that.
It disconnected me, and then.
Yeah, just because you were AFK, so just go back in. Anyways, so yeah, Noel is yeah, I became a thief because. Oh no, a gangler!
Oh, I can't tell you. Well, next time.
Why are my powers changing from black to green? There's a very simple explanation. Yeah, They pulled a that moment.
Quickly, Gar, what are your thoughts on Noel?
Kind of hard to have opinions on a guy that just showed up.
Fair enough.
He just fucking shows
What
up.
did you like? What you
please,
saw?
Gar,
so
you have
far?
opinions on shit that happened 5 minutes in.
Hey, we waited 19 episodes to ask you who your favorite team was in this show, and you still haven't picked one.
You said both.
I said Keisatsu Sentai Lupinranger.
That's not an answer!
Yes, it is.
It is an answer.
Indecisive bastard.
My point stands.
As for Noel, I don't know. I'm not really a guy that's into people that are really good.
Showy.
Just number one, his introduction to the episode. It's like there's no build up to it. It's just he's there.
Right?
Like if he's taking a train from Paris to Japan, why not make him show up at the very end of the episode when it was already difficult to beat the Gangler? And it's like, oh no, what are we going to do now? And then he shows up in his Megazord. And then in episode 21 is where we finally meet Noel properly.
Like I said, I think this introduction was handled completely wrong.
That, and I wish that each form got their own separate episode.
Right?
Yeah, that would make more sense.
Like, it felt really rushed that he went from PatrenX to LupinX to like going back and forth, back and forth, back and
We
forth.
spent 19 episodes on Monster of the Week plots. We could have delegated a couple of those to a better arc for him.
I can agree with that. That yes, we shouldn't have gotten like both forms. Or he should have just shown up as LupinX, and then like the next episode he reveals, "Oh, I'm a cop." But
And
like-
I'm sorry.
no, I understand. That's fine.
He's fucking annoying.
No, I disagree.
I mean, I don't find him that annoying, but I'm sure he'll get worse.
Like he's not on par with Yosha Lucktard there, but
But then who is?
just that is pinnacle of
Okay,
just
so
stop.
even though I can't hear you in the chat, can people hear me?
Yes, you're talking to our mic.
I admit that I liked him,
The set is disconnecting me.
but my opinions are probably not very good.
What's wrong with that?
It's okay, Danny. Don't worry.
So of course the Lupins show up to try and break Noel out as the Patos head out to fight the Gangler. So Noel steps forth to fight Zarudan, and we get to see his transformation into PatrenX.
That's fucking gorgeous.
Which I'm disappointed that we didn't get a LupinX transformation
Which
sequence.
means that will be in the next episode.
Yeah.
To that I counter with it was like in episode 1 where we got a proper Lupinranger transformation, and then we didn't get a proper Patoranger one until episode 2. So in the
as
next
usual,
episode,
yet another axis on
Yeah.
which he is juxtaposing himself from the others.
yeah. So next episode we will get a quick PatrenX transformation and then a proper Lupin.
I will say I really like the scene where Lupin Red shows up, in which he sees Keitrio or
Keitrio?
Keitrio.
Keitrio?
It's past.
Just call him.
midnight.
You know what? Just call him K-Man.
K-Man.
That's what the Lupins call him.
Just
They say K-Chan.
Yeah, well, it's subbed as K-Man.
yeah, like
Okay, the subs can write whatever the fuck they want.
basically K-Man,
And often do.
Like they're with a newspaper being like another Lupinranger, and then just Lupin Red's like, wait, what? Hang on, let me squeeze in there. Oh hey buddy. What?
Well, you can do this so you don't talk into the Discord.
Anyways.
Dead air.
No, I know.
Dead air, dead air.
Sorry. Just
Yeah, that-
quickly, Danny can't hear Emily because she's disconnected from the recording
No, it says I'm
server.
muted on
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
That's so you
No,
don't talk
it's,
in our
Emily, it's
Discord.
not your fault, my dear. Anyways, so then like
So-
he defeats the Gangler with his X.
Superior X Itadaki X Strike, which means next week we'll get an Ichigeki X Strike.
Exactly. So
We see Ghosh reuse him, and that's when they really highlight the fact that he's got 2 safes, because when he gets rebuilt, you see the 2 safes.
oh yes, and apparently that type of Gangler is called a status double.
And then people like Ghosh are status gold. So I think we're starting to get a look into how the GSPO is categorizing the Ganglers.
What's the front chest lock combination? 721. Nana each. It's banana. What's the back one? 951.
591.
Yeah, 591.
Goku.
Oh my
Because
god,
Son
they
Goku.
did it.
I'm
Yeah.
sad it wasn't 359 because Son Goku.
Oh, that would have been good.
Right?
Do you get it?
Yep.
It only took me until he started flying on the cloud. I'm like, oh, he's Goku.
Right?
He's gonna go Super Saiyan.
Evil Nimbus.
I kind of got that when I first saw him.
He's gonna go Super Saiyan. Save us all.
So LupinX summons his X trains, and the battle theme that plays during the scene sounds exactly like the battle theme from Sailor Moon.
Oh yeah, it was not the battle theme. It was the transformation theme. It sounds just like her transformation theme.
Right? Yeah, that's what I meant.
I remember hearing that when I was over and we watched the Raw.
Yeah.
I also really like that shot where like he's like summoning like the train or whatever like that, and it shows like him in the background, but then it shows like the actual like station rotating the train and launching it. So I like that. And then the Lupins decide, oh, okay, we're gonna go with them too. And then Goody shows up, and it's like,
Apparently
oh, it's
Noel
Noel.
Good friends.
Oh, it's Noel. Yeah, how you doing? Oh, good striker. Oh, still is living free as always. And then like Kyrie's just like me, like you're giving us fucking answers about this guy after we're done. And so they go Lupin Kaiser, and then we get like this awesome thing where I like that just like Noel just like goes from like LupinX to PatrenX in the middle of the train, and like we get this like train diagram of like him transitioning, like he's line switching. So that was kind of like a Tokuger reference.
Sorry, his lane thing is like his train thing is just so dumb as well.
What I don't get is like
it's like why is it a train?
Because trains, planes, and automobiles.
But why is it a train? Then again, you just said that, so that could be it.
I can't think of anything else.
Think of it this way.
I just don't understand why he's driving by the monster and damaging him, even though he's on set tracks that the monster.
That's the gangler's fault for being that stupid to be hit by a train on a fixed rail.
He must have been a pirate.
Fuck.
And yes, you could just talk, instead of just typing it.
I mean, typing's easier.
So Arcadia is saying that she wants an episode that shows how Noel and Goody became friends, and agreed that would be good.
I agree with that too.
No, that's gonna be just a flashback.
When we learn more about Lupin and the collection and the master and all that, we'll probably find out all that. Well, what I don't get, there's this one scene where he switches to PatrenX, and then in the next shot that they cut to, the trains are on two separate tracks. How the fuck did he switch between them if they weren't connected?
Well, you never know. There could have been a delete scene.
Magic trains! Fucking... My belt mechanic senses are firing alarms in my head.
Ichi, we saw a train bust through a coffin. Are you really questioning this logic?
I don't question anything.
I gave up on that show the minute that happened, so... So Noel decides to lend the Thunder and Fire X trains to the Lupins, and we get...
And then he takes them back.
Lupin Kaiser trains.
Oh, I love that name, and I can't wait for them to do Pato Kaiser trains.
Yeah, next week we're getting Pat Kaiser trains.
But I love the Thunder train because it looked like it was just like a train with a giant fist.
Yeah, because that becomes the fist of X Emperor.
Yeah, so I really
one
like
of its
that.
modes.
And I liked what Goody was saying. He's like, ooh, I'm all charged up and fired up or whatever.
And then they fire all of the beams at the big monkey.
Yep, monkey.
And according to the subs at least, he actually screams upon death, "They made a monkey out of me."
Yes.
I love you, Dr. Ghosh. And then Noel takes his trains back and fucks off.
Because that's how that works.
And then as the Lupins walk into their cafe, shocker, Noel's there.
Noel.
Because the French's favorite place is a cafe.
Agreed.
Yeah, and I like that, both times, he kind of just, pops up in a scene or whatever. It just, it shows him sitting, smiling, and then zooms in on him still smiling.
Yep.
I like that.
Forever smiling.
So...
Next week, we get to learn more about Noel, and we'll get to see his proper thief and cop outfits.
But just, I'm sorry, but, I know, they're, yes, his debut was rushed and everything like that, I can agree with that, but honestly,
I guess you could say it was an express debut.
Yeah. What I like to think of it, see it as, is he just, he's in, he's just, wants to show up and like whatever. He's not afraid to expose himself as fast as he did, and he has a goal. He has a plan. There's more to him. I know there is, and we're gonna find that out. I'm very excited. Like, I love this actor because even in the commercial for the X Changer, it's him. And like he shows it up, and then he's just
playing it up. It's great,
and he's just playing it up, and I fucking loved that.
Oh wow, Lane, you know who also shows up for toy commercials? The fucking Red Ranger. So it's not a big fucking deal.
Yeah, like you were talking about that. I'm like, so
no, but anyways, I liked that. I thought it was cool. So for me personally, I'm really excited for this guy. I love him, and like I can't wait to see more of him in the show. I hope just for the rest of the series he just stays the way he is.
Well, then the show would just be boring.
Oh, what did you?
I'm looking forward to seeing more of what he's up to.
Yeah,
because I feel like he's up to stuff.
So like if you had to ask me like what do I prefer, PatrenX or LupinX? Like I do love both, but I prefer PatrenX over LupinX because I like especially with design.
In terms of design, I would go with PatrenX.
I would go with LupinX. I still like the silver over the gold.
And at first the helmets kind of like bothered me a little bit, but I really got used to them by the third watching of this episode.
What's interesting is you had me shop together the helmet emblems of LupinX and PatrenX, and if you like cut them down the middle and like splice them together, it almost looks like he's wearing a beret.
Yeah. Ooh, French.
Kinda does look like he's wearing a beret.
You should post that in the chat.
Hats are kind of a weird theme of this season.
What is?
Hats. Yeah.
We have hats. The masks are based around hats.
Masks are a sign of authority.
There you go.
Autonomy of top hats
like
versus police hats.
Hold on, I'm gonna make sure this is in the chat video. Hold on, almost got it. Almost got it.
It was there.
There we go.
Already.
See, it looks like a beret.
Yes.
In a way.
In a beret.
In a way, a beret.
Police hats. Police hats.
Police hats.
All right, feature topic time.
Thank you for having me on the show. I'm going to fall asleep right this second.
Okay.
All right. You're gonna leave, my dear.
Thank you so much for having me. I hope I know I didn't talk as much today, and I'm sorry about that.
That's okay, my dear. Anyways, you have a good night.
I promise I'll bring extra chips next time to make up for it.
You don't have to.
Okay, but I want to. I love you guys.
All right.
Love you too.
Love you too. We'll talk
Thank
to
you
later.
for everything. Bye.
Bye.
Love you, Emily. Ciao.
And now the bumper again.
Featured topic.
Hi, Raven.
Did you notice what we did, Danny?
Oh, Raven's asleep.
Should have added a chibi. Just a
Oh,
little.
Damn, Cyan got some hips on
I
her.
should have added Indigo Caster there
I've also
too.
had some hips. What are you talking about?
I know. I didn't say that was a bad thing. I
But
said, damn, she's got some hips on her.
Like just tiny little cradle thing.
It's a comic book
Indigo
style
helmet.
character creator. What do you want? Anyways,
Actually, I think we do have a thing of Indigo Caster.
it's too late to add it right now.
Yeah.
Alright, so our feature topic for this week is Hero Mama League, which aired around Mother's Day.
Question: Why are we talking about this now?
Because it's subbed.
Why didn't we wait until the proper thing for this came out? Kyuranger versus Space Squad, because this is literally meant to be.
When did that come
This
out?
happens before.
Came out on Mother's
This happens
Day.
before Space Squad, so whatever.
Came out on Mother's Day, but it wasn't subbed.
Yeah.
So
it opens with Space Nin Demost, aka Evil Alpha.
Oh, this guy was fucking cool.
He's from Jiraiya.
Trying to ninninge?
Trying to ninja, because he's doing evil space ninjutsu.
Yes.
Because he's one of the apostles for the space organization.
Yep.
Which I found out apparently the 12 apostles are just one general from each show from the Metal Hero series.
That sounds right.
And I found out
It's like Evil Decade.
that one of them is from Mattel. There, yay!
Which one?
I can't remember his name right now because it's like 12:30 at night.
Alright, let's get through this. So this special is about Hurricane Blue, Deca Yellow, and Magi Pink living as both ongoing Sentai heroes and as mothers.
Well, Magi Pink is a big exception because she's been nothing else except for Magi Ranger.
Huh?
But yeah, look up her bio. Magi Ranger is one of the only things she's actually acted in.
Yeah, but the best thing about this entire episode, for me personally, that we made jokes at when we were watching it, was just like, she calls up Tsubasa, and it's actually just Tsubasa, like, the actor, and I'm just like...
Because the fucker will come back for anything.
No, I know, I made the joke that it was just like, oh, he's just like, lives at Toei. And just whenever they need him for a cameo, he'll just show up.
You can tell, because when he's on screen, he's like smiling at the camera like, yeah, that's right, I'm still here.
I'm back.
I never left.
Maggiello never left.
I'm beginning to think that his mind is no longer in mint condition. So, the obvious question of if they're married and mothers, who are their husbands, is quickly brushed in under the rug with a quick, we'll save the stories of how they met their husbands for another time.
The mothers. No one cares about the
Well, we know who Deca Yellows is. It was that little boy Esper that she helped with in an episode and then ended up marrying him.
Gross.
And then their baby can teleport.
Yes,
Yeah,
so
because he's also an Esper.
Kairi, the son of Hurricane Blue, Taiga, the son of Deca Yellow, and Fuka, the daughter of Magi Pink. And apparently Taiga, being the son of an Esper, can teleport, but we never see it.
Also, these are actually their kids in real life.
Are they actually?
Yes.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
That's the joke.
Which is great, especially since Magi Pink's daughter basically calls her a scrub.
And then,
Mama, you suck, but you're a cool hero!
And then their teacher of the daycare is Star Ninja, but not really.
Which is great, because the sign on the door says Star Care or whatever.
Yeah, it does say Star.
I feel like the sass that Fuka has might be what my daughter's going to be like in a couple of years. I wouldn't be surprised.
We'll see.
Don't worry about the fly for now.
So, of course, he comments that the three mothers look like they're tired because they've been off fighting evil.
I'm just going to say there, I've only been a mother for a year, but people who, if someone says that to me, shouldn't be questioning me if they get punched. That is not a thing you want to say to, like, any parent. Ever.
What, that they look tired?
He said it! Mob him!
Yeah, you don't say that to someone. Like, you don't go up to someone and go, oh, hey, how's it going? Wow, you look really tired.
And it's like, and you look like an asshole, but I'm not going to tell that to you.
So then the three of them realized, like, oh my god, we need to be, like, better moms. Whoa, why don't we incorporate our mom stuff to our actual being a Sentai?
We need to find ways to save time.
And so they're spouting off all these jokes or whatever like that. It's like, oh, you know, I butter up my husband so he does more chores for me. And, like...
Wow.
No one's like, oh, I sleep on my laundry so it irons itself out.
And you know what? I actually give points to that one. That is actually a not terrible idea. But it gets into the really stupid, like, I put zippers on my Sentai suit so I can breastfeed during battle?
No, and they're talking about, like, bringing their children to battles. I'm like, why are you doing that?
That is a terrible idea.
That is awful to do. Don't bring your children. This is why, like, especially with Magi Pink's situation, you have 4 other siblings that you could have take care of your fucking child for
Well, I mean,
you.
if they're all fighting. Pawn it off on Magi Mother.
There you go. What the fuck's she doing? Nothing.
Hopefully still being alive.
Oh.
Hey, I meant that because she died during the show and then came back.
Oh, I thought you were making a joke because Udon is actually
Coming
dead.
2019, Magi March 2, but not really.
No more main theme months.
What I'm questioning throughout this entire show, or special, is, like, do none of them need to keep their identities secret? Because, like, 2 of them transform in the cafe, and Nanami is wearing her changer out in the open.
Deca Yellow's a cop, so, like, whatever. You don't need to keep your identity a secret as a cop unless you're, like, an undercover officer.
Nanami specifically chimes off their catchphrase about being in the shadows and all that. And I'm like, but you're wearing your fucking changer to the cafe!
No one's gonna fucking notice or care!
Except that she's sitting with 2 other very public rangers.
It's like in Ginga S when, like, the fucking Ginga gets, like, this new, like, wrist thingy on. Yeah, and, like, everyone's like, oh, what is that? Oh, it's a watch!
It's an alarm clock, because, you know, Hikaru likes to sleep.
Yeah.
Where else have I seen this? Oh, Justin in Turbo, when his communicator went off and his buddy Nicky was like, what was that? My watch! Oh, darn. It says you have to go home now. Nuh-uh! What? My parents said I could stay up till 11. That was the episode where they discovered the Phantom Ranger ship.
What?
Yeah. I remember that.
Huh.
Fucking Justin.
Yeah.
Darn, you have to go home now.
So like Deca, so like yeah.
Time to stop.
So Deca Yellow goes out to like fight whatever like that, comes back and she's like, yeah. So like I tried not doing my roll call and everyone was mad at me, so we had to redo it again.
Well, you know.
You don't fuck with the roll call.
Yeah, she's like, maybe we just don't do the roll call, and I'm like, hell, fuck
Heresy.
you.
Heretic.
Roll calls are what make a Sentai.
Heresy.
Okay, just gonna say, there is also such thing as called mommy brain. It can happen even 5 years after you've had your kid.
True.
So that's probably what happened with them.
That doesn't explain what that means, Danny. You didn't explain what mommy brain means.
What does mommy brain mean?
Well, the reason she made the decision to get out the roll call is because she was dealing with mommy brain at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it's like she said she was trying to incorporate, like, oh, maybe we'll just get through the fight faster and defeat the enemy faster if we don't do our roll call.
We tried to get all the mooks in one place so we could zap them, but
then I figured out I couldn't figure out how
also,
to do that.
I can tell you, as a mother, I thought of a decision and realized after doing it, it was a stupid idea.
Right.
There you go.
It's a thing of being a parent.
I realized the council's made a decision, but seeing as it is a stupid-ass decision, I've elected to ignore it. So, over the course of the episode, we cut back to Demos assembling his mecha insect army, but they're only shown as silhouettes because budget.
Yeah, we don't get to see the fights and stuff because budget.
It's stupid, but it's funny. I
That's
like
from
it.
Akiba Ranger.
Right?
Shenanigans.
Why aren't we getting more Akiba Ranger
This
also?
is like a little spin-off thing.
Because I haven't finished writing the 13-episode series, Ichi.
Okay.
And then, so Magi Pink's just like, yeah, so, like, I tried incorporating I tried, cooking dinner while we were doing, fighting, and so during our roll call, I just, cooked the fish in the explosion that comes behind us, but it burnt the fish.
God.
It's just like,
That's
well, yeah,
something we
because...
try to cook.
Well, yeah, because napalm.
And then we tried using Magic King to flatten out our shirts, but I squished a mook and now my laundry's covered in slime.
What happened? He slimed me.
She shows the shirt, and I'm like, wow.
So wait, does that mean Magic King beat Pat Kaiser to the punch when it comes to first Megazord to step on a monster?
Yes.
Amazing.
That's awesome. Ugh. And so then they realize they're like, dude, we should just stop trying to do that. And then they...
Which is a really weird message to put out, I think.
Well, no, it's like, the moral of the story is...
There
stop
are no
trying.
shortcuts.
You separate parenting from what you actually do. Because they're two different things and you can't balance the two. Unless your job is literally to be a parent, then... Yeah.
Well, being a parent itself is a job. But you also want to have your separate self, which is work.
Yeah, well, exactly. If I had a kid, I'm not gonna go, oh, son, you're gonna come with me to work today.
I've got it.
No.
The message is, don't bring your kids to work.
So then we get them transformed, and, they're actually in their suits, and,
without
they're
the
homeless.
helmets.
Which, yeah, people were like Raven was like, why? And I'm like, it gives it more realism that it's actually them.
I'm still kind of cheesed that we didn't even get stock footage engines.
So no, whatever. It's a short.
Oh
so,
no, early 2000s CGI.
So they think, okay, we have 30 minutes before we have to go pick up our kids from the daycare. We have time, so let's go fight. So they do, and then they go to the daycare, and the teacher's like, you're late. I would have loved if they just showed up to pick up their kids in their Sentai outfits.
Right?
I think that would have made it funnier.
Yeah, but I'm not surprised it's the guy who said the late. It's like
Yeah.
you try fighting and being a parent at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not actually.
So then their kids are like, oh, we still you guys are weird, but we still love you, and you guys are heroes in our eyes.
Ichi, were you gonna make the joke that it was actually Kenji?
Right? Maybe he actually is, and he's just in the witness protection program as Hiroto. That's why it's Star Care.
Oh.
I'm on to
Sorry,
you.
Star Class.
I'm on to you.
He was he had a lawsuit with his food business,
Right?
So he had to get out of it. So he's just
I'm Hiro. Say hello to Miguel Sanchez.
Now, was this supposed to be just an episode or a movie?
It's episode 1 of what presumably is a series?
No, episode 1 of 1.
Mr. Takigawa, Mr. Takigawa, did you realize you henshin without your pants on? That's ridiculous. I didn't. Duh!
But yeah, it's episode 1 of 1 because much like with any one-shot, like comic-wise, it always has a number 1.
You may remember me from such Sentais as Shuriken Sentai Ninja.
Or that film Zooja versus Ninja Message from the Future.
I'm a
little
sad that there's only 1 episode because I would have loved to see more Castranger episodes of like, a mother trying to balance raising a child and fighting at the same time.
So overall, I thought this was pretty adorable. Like it was an interesting take on like Sentai and showing like, you know,
it was pretty much just a way to shoehorn, hey, go watch Q Ranger Civil War.
But it was still a good special. it was giving a message. And I like that they released it on Mother's Day.
Also, the thing I saw with it is it's showing the struggle to want to be a hero for the world, but also being a hero for your child.
Well, a hero for Japan.
Yeah. I appreciate that this special had such a terrible budget that it decided to just ham it up and shove that fact in your face.
Yeah.
Also, the other thing I learned about is Deco Yellow is...
Deco Yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yep.
Apparently I was told that she is the actress who played Kyuger Cyan.
The second Kyoryu Cyan.
The second one. The one that I named
Not the fat Canadian
cast
dude.
color after.
No, you mean Nobu's sister?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the reason I chose her is because...
Oh, the single mom.
Well, not because of being a single mom, but because she fights... she's a fighter.
Strong lady.
She's the Steely Battle, and she does anything she can for her daughter. It's like I related with that.
Cool.
So yeah, guess we'll call it an episode for that.
Yeah.
But thank you, Danny, for coming.
Thank you, Raven, for sleeping through it.
Oh, he's tired.
And it's funny that you mentioned Kyoryuger because... Jikai, Radio Sentai Castranger. Our feature topic for next week will be Kyoryuger's 33.5 episode, the Brave Frontier tie-in.
What the fuck?
Wait,
why not?
Wait, so we're not doing Ultra Live this year?
No.
No, Gar, we do an Ultraman show. We don't need to expose them to Ultraman.
Aww.
Right? And so,
we kidnap them and put them on our show. Then we force the Ultraman down their throat.
Yeah, do on Ultra Ranger Cast July.
Oh, hashtag. Oh yeah.
No, I got it. Awcast.
Schwacast.
Shwa.
All right, as usual, thank you all for listening. The primary source of our hijinks is castranger.podbean.com. Check out our YouTube page, subscribe, check out our Patreon, and consider donate to help us make the show better for you. Check out our merchandise store where we have t-shirts of all the caster emblems. And, of course, check out our Discord where you can listen into the show as we record it live every Friday night.
Yeah, you don't want to listen to
Ultra Ranger on Wednesdays.
Thursdays.
Don't you record Wednesdays?
Yeah, but we don't do it live.
Why not?
You know how fucking hard that would be?
Yes, I do it every week.
Yeah, exactly.
So why do you think we don't want to do it?
Fine.
Good
to see how much you care about your fans.
To quote Savage Caster again, hey, you want to know who's a fan of Ultraman? Fucking nobody!
And yet you persist.
Yep. Because I'm a fan of... Oh, that woke up Raven.
Hi, Raven.
Also, hi, Face Core. Welcome back.
What do you think of Hero Mama League?
Did you like it, Raven? Did you like Hero Mama League? Oh, he's out of it.
Remember watching it?
Yes, I remember watching it.
He's tired.
Where's Hero Daddy?
So yeah, go check us out on Podbean, Facebook, Twitter.
Do all the things.
Buy our shirts, buy onesies for all your babies that you don't have.
For your kids, yes.
Buy a onesie for yourself. Like, we won't shame you for it.
Send us a picture. We'll post it.
I'm wearing one right now. I look adorable.
No, you don't.
No, I'm wearing blue jeans and an Xbox One t-shirt.
You Philistine. Alright, and we'll see you all next week.
Bye.
Casters, out!
Bye.
Radio Sentai Castranger is brought to you by our generous patrons, Oliver Nilsson, and viewers like you.